La 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 la. The only person who refuses to be categorized the podcast. Hi, my treasures. I am entrepreneur in a car talking shit with you, but I'm going to talk to you about my birthday weekend away. Woot, and what I've done, what I've been making lately. So, if you listened to my podcast a couple episodes ago, I was on my way to Scorpio Fest 2021. And usually when it's my birthday, I go away by myself or into a hotel room just by myself, and I read books and I talk to no one, and I don't have to feed anyone. I just get to be in my own blissful company because I fucking love being alone. I really do. And this year I was thinking about doing the same, except we've kind of I don't know if you guys have noticed what we've been like in a pandemic and stuff, and I've realized I'm kind of a bit social deficient and fun deficient. So I decided this time, instead of going away by myself, what I would do was rent a Airbnb out and invite 3 of my darling girlfriends, and we would go away for a night together and just talk shit and laugh. And that's exactly what we did. I rented out Noosa Valley Manor B&B, which is one of my favorite places in the world. I did my last photo shoot there. I have gathered together with a bunch of my mum friends. We've gone to a painting workshop there. I adore it. It's like a bohemian creative palace, and the owners, Renata and Roberto, are the loveliest humans on the planet and amazing chefs. So the food is freaking scrumptious. The gardens are amazing. There is art on every wall, and oh my God, I can barely talk about how beautiful it is. And my friends have all got the same taste as I do, and so all of them, when they all walk in for the first time, they all their eyes fill up with tears and just going, oh my God, this place is so magical and so beautiful. I just love it. I don't want to leave. And we didn't want to leave. Why would we go back to having to do anything but living in this place and talking shit with each other? It was just like a mass slumber party, and we liked one of the rooms the best. It was just all of them are designed so gorgeously, and the one that we all liked the most, we all would just go in there and sit on the bed and talk shit for hours. It was so great. There's just something really special about when women get together, right? They just laugh and tell their stories, and sometimes those stories are hilarious, and sometimes those stories are really sad, and some of them are they're just big, and we need it. We need each other to get through this. So that's exactly how that went down. And we're still messaging each other going, why do we have to leave? Why do we have to go back to our real lives? Or we could have just lived our manor lives the rest of our lives, just started a commune there, just hung out eternally. So 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10. I can't fault it. It was scrumptious. It was the scrumptious time. And Roberto made pizza for us and pasta, and it was the best. And then they made, for dessert, their manna mess, which is kind of like pavlova and meringue with cream and lemon curd and fruit. It was just so delicious. And then usually they do kind of, bacon and eggs or whatever for breakfast, but I was like, no, can I please have pancakes? And Roberto's like, I don't even know how to make pancakes. But he invented, and he made us the most amazing pancakes that I've ever tasted. He's like, are these okay? I don't eat pancakes. I'm like, Roberto, why not? Why don't you eat pancakes, mate? I don't understand why you're not, why you're alive if you don't eat pancakes. What's the point? So fuck me, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend it if you ever just want to get away, or I am madly scheming to run retreats, or just make as many excuses as possible to be there as possible. Just go there for lunch, just go there for dinner, just go there for any fucking excuse I can make to be there. So it makes me so happy. And what beautiful humans, like, to create a space like that and open their home up to people, to have those special weekends away. And I know it's not even like not just me that it has that effect on. I think everyone like becomes enchanted. I'd say that would be the word. It's like being enchanted by a place and by people. So hooray, I'm just so happy. And my husband's like, what do you want to do for your birthday? Because it's not till the end of this week. And I'm like, to be honest, I feel like I've just had the best birthday already. So I think we'll just, go out and have lunch somewhere nice, or go have a family adventure somewhere, go to markets or whatever. So hooray. Okay, now I haven't been podcasting much lately, so there's like a bunch of things that I need to talk to you about and tell you about. First and foremost, have you seen the Calm Christmas planner that I put out on Etsy? I released that last month. It is gorgeous illustrated, hand-drawn pages to help you get organized for Christmas. It has everything in it, from recipe planning to meal planning to like cleaning checklists and getting organized checklists and all the things. So if you Google Leonie Dawson Christmas planner on Etsy, you will be able to find that there. It's about $10. Fucking love it. It's getting rave reviews. I love it. I made it for myself. Just a fun side project. Secondly, I made a new free thing that's weird, and I don't even know if I can talk about it per se, but it's kind of like it's just a comic, but with photos and thoughts and ideas from my life over the span of a couple of months. I thought I would just like share it to a few people who might be interested, and all of them sent the most beautiful emails. And I thought, oh, holy fuck, like my weird free thing is actually like a something, and it means something to people. So you can find that if you Google Leonie Dawson, I don't know, weird thing, it's probably there. Oh no, I know the URL. It's leoniedawson.com/Dunno. DUNNO, because Dunno. And I called it, I don't know what this, I don't know either. That's Dunno. I don't know either. I just don't. I think that's like the whole part of life, right? I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you like the parts that I might know, but overall, I don't know. So there's that. Okay, third thing. Oh, the Goal Getter workbooks are out for the new year. So this year, they are now undated, and there's a few reasons for that. So I've been doing the workbooks for about 13 years now, and like it was like one of those weird ideas, like the Christmas planner, where I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just make something cute for myself. And then I was like, somebody else might like it, I'll put it out into the world. Did that, and people got obsessed by it. So 450,000 people later use it. And I love it. I feel I still use it every single year. I don't know how I would cope if I didn't have them anymore. And I also need to recognize the fact that it takes like an enormous amount of my time to produce the new versions every single year. And there's probably people going, how long can it take, Leonie? You're changing dates, and sometimes you add pages, and sometimes you change, you change covers. Like, how long can it take? The answer is a fucking long time. So it can take 6 months in order to create new ones, reformat it, get all the test prints done. There's always formatting issues again when you send it to the printer. No matter, even if you're using the exact same fucking file that worked last year, it's always issues. It's just this ongoing, painful fucking process I can barely talk about. And then, of course, the marketing of it and the customer service of it. So it's about 6 months of my year that is spent really focusing on the workbooks. And I love them. I love them so much. And I also need to recognize the fact that they only produce about 10% or less of the profit each year. They're very labor intensive. They're not hugely priced. They're physical products. So of course, the costs are going to be much, much higher. And then there's also like the burnout cost, because I've been doing this for 13 years. I definitely have burnout from from doing it again and again and again. And, my assistants, when they have to do customer support for it, they get burnt out from it as well, because it's a huge job. So I actually had to consider, am I going to just have to say goodbye to these much beloved creations because of this? It's less about the profit and more about the energy cost to me. Or do I find a way to keep on being able to offer it to the world and to be able to use it myself without it being such a burden to me? And so this is the way I'm doing it. It's the undated versions. And that way there's huge benefits for you as well. If you buy the digital versions, it means that you can use them forevermore. You buy them once and you can use them every single year. And you can also choose what year you're going to use it in. If you start halfway through a year, it's totally fine. If you decide to use them as quarterly planners, that totally works as well. It's just a lot more freedom and flexibility for you at not an extra, no extra cost, So those are out. goalgetterbooks.com. You can buy the digital versions through us. Those are completely editable. Or you can print them, or you could use things like GoodNotes or Procreate to use them on your iPad. Or you can buy the printed versions on Amazon. Amazon is, in some ways, in a lot of ways, it's problematic in a lot of ways. And in my experience of self-publishing, it is by far the easiest option for me as a creator currently. And so for me, when I'm looking at all of the costs, kind of all of the ethical decisions within my business, for me, I recognize I'm not going to be able to make perfect decisions in every single direction, but I can control the extra, the big picture, right? And the big picture is that I can donate, at least $25,000 a year to philanthropy, and that I can make my life as environmentally conscious as I can, and recognize that sometimes I'm going to be working with companies that aren't the perfect ethical fit, but I need to do that because it's going to take less of my time and energy, so that I can then produce the extra profits that I can then donate. So of course other people are going to have a different kind of ethical matrix to work that through. I just want to explain that's mine, and it's the one that I need to make at this point in my life in order to be able to offer these beautiful babies. What was the next thing I wanted to tell you? Okay, so the Goal Getter workbooks are out. goalgetterbooks.com. I do want to mention as well that in Australia, the printing costs for the Life workbook and the Business workbook are quite high. They're not the price. They're about double the price that we set in Amazon. And for whatever fucking god-awful reason, Amazon Australia is selling them at double the price, which sucks. So you've got two options. One, you can just go, fuck it, I'm getting them anyway. Alternatively, you can get the digital copies and print them yourself. However, I'm not sure if that's going to be any cheaper because sometimes, printing in colour in Australia is not always cheap. But for me, the way I always consider it is this, and this is for my own fucking book, this is something which creates a huge amount of benefits and profit in my business. So it's far more worth it for me to use it than for me to be scabby with myself, if you know what I mean. Because I am scabby at heart. I really am. Okay, so workbooks, tick. Calm Christmas planner, tick. Oh, okay, new program out. I have a new program out called Work Less, Earn More. You can find it at leoniedawson.com/more, MORE. And it starts November 19th, so just over a week away. So make sure if you're interested in learning how to work less and earn more, as it says on the fucking box, that's the program for you. If you don't like to work less, and if you don't like to earn more money, then definitely don't do it. It's not the right program for you. For me, like when I tell people that I've brought in $11 million in revenue, it's probably closer to 12 now, and I've, really only worked 10 hours a week throughout my business life, the question people ask is just fucking how? How do you fucking do that? Tell me how. And this workshop is the answer to that. That is because I really, there's some key points to this. This is absolutely doable for you to earn more money and to work less. But there's some really essential strategic decisions you need to make. And there are some really important productivity habits that you need to instill in your life. And so I am going to give you those in this workshop, so that I'll give you everything I know about how to build a highly profitable, low time, low energy company, so that it is completely scalable. And for me, the reason I've built this is not because I'm lazy, but lazy is totally fine. It's great as well. Is that I have always prioritized being a mom. I wanted to have a business so I didn't have to work when I had kids. So it made no fucking sense to me whatsoever to build a business, so that I could work 40 to 80 hours a week to be with my kids, instead of having a job where I'd be away from them for 37.5 hours a week. That makes no sense. So I wanted and needed a business that was going to take care of us, and give us a good financial future without me having to sacrifice my time with my kids. And as I'm sure you're aware, I don't have a large team. Having a large team does not enable you to grow a work less, earn more business. It really doesn't. You actually have to work so much harder when you have staff, and anyone who's had to manage multiple staff knows that. So for me, I have 2 part-time assistants. Together they work less than 25 hours a week. I have in the past had a large team. It sucked so much. And so I right-sized my business back to where it needed to be to ensure it preserved that family time and that sanity so I could be a present mum, and to ensure that my business continued to be really profitable and a place of joy and ease for me. So anyway, enough of that ranting. Work Less, Earn More is open for enrollments till 19th of November. So make sure you enroll. It's looking to be a very, very popular course. And I'm really excited to share with you everything I know about all that. So I think that's all of the things that I need to catch you up on. The October 2021 Business and Life Review just came out. I've done all the things, and I've told you about my fucking weekend away. Look at me, nailing it. I've done everything. Go me. Go team us. All right, my darlings, I hope this has been useful, and I am wishing you all the goodness and all the blessings. And if you're thinking of any of my offerings, please go have a squizzy and see what's the right fit for you for right now. I'm so thrilled to support you in whatever it is that you're needing next in your life. All right, I love you. Bye.